Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome back, or welcome if you're brand new. So it's about 8 o'clock in the morning, Friday morning, and I just got back from taking the kids to school. And yeah, I'm just picking out what I'm going to wear. And I think I'm going to straighten my hair today. I washed it the day before yesterday. And the good thing, I don't know if y'all noticed how actually short it was compared to what it was. My husband, maybe this is just a man thing. I had 5 inches cut off, y'all. It was really long before. And now it's kind of better that it's shorter because it used to get so tangled. Even if I just put it back in a ponytail, it's so thick and coarse, it would get tangled. But now it doesn't do that because it's a little shorter. So I'm happy about that. But my husband, he didn't even notice I had 5 inches cut off. I think that's a man thing, you know. I don't know. Maybe they're just clueless. So anyway, we have a lot to talk about because I just think things, and I was like, I got to tell my friends. So I really honestly think of y'all as my friends. I really feel like I open up to y'all. I want to talk like y'all are my friends. So I just want you to know that. Let me go ahead and show you my outfit of the day. Okay, so I went in my closet. By the way, I need to clean my closet. So my outfit of the day, I'm going to be wearing these Time and True jeggings. I got a size large, 12-14. I love these pants because it sucks you in, and honestly, look at all this stretch. You just kind of squeeze into them, and that make me look better and skinnier, and it just sucks you in all the right places. So I'm a big fan of Time and True at Walmart. And then this shirt I'm gonna wear is an Apartment 9. This is from Kohl's. Me and my mom got the exact same shirt like 3 years. I've had this like 3 years, but I really love what it says: fall leaves, pumpkin spice, hot coffee, cozy blankets, bonfires. I think it's perfect for the first day of October. And then I think I'm going to wear my cardigan today. This is, if you saw my last video, I showed this. I just recently picked it up from Walmart. It's actually, the high is only supposed to be 67 degrees, so it definitely feels like fall here. It's also supposed to kind of be like a rainy day. So I thought that this was perfect to wear. And then I'm going to wear my boots. I showed these in my last video where I was getting ready for church. These are from Walmart. Very pretty. And I wear a size 8. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm probably going to go off camera to take my bath and to straighten my hair. I don't think I'll come on camera for that. But we're going to do some fun things today. I'm going to make chili. I just think it's perfect weather for it. It's supposed to be like a rainy day, so I'm gonna use my Pioneer Woman crock pot. I'm so excited. I'm gonna unbox it and use it. It's just me and my girls that eat chili. My husband doesn't like chili, so we will see how that goes. I will see y'all in a bit. Hey, we are in my bathroom. Woo-hoo. Okay, we're going to do a lot of chatting in the bathroom, you guys, because I feel, number one, I feel super chatty, and I don't even need coffee today. I love coffee, but I'm already kind of hyped up, if you know what I mean, and my anxiety, I did pray this morning, so I'm a little more calm now, but I woke up feeling pretty anxious. I have some things going on in my life, like a lot of you, and God calms me, but I'm not going to add I'm not going to add coffee on top of my anxiety, because then I'm going to be like a bunny rabbit and I'm just going to get more sick. So I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to eat a banana for breakfast today. Yeah, I need to eat it fast. I'm about to go to bed. So I think I'm actually going to this weekend, make banana bread. I never have. And if my mom could see me now, I'm reaching out. I should have listened to her when she tried to teach me to cook when I was a kid, and I just didn't want to learn. And now I'm like reaching out. And I'm having just some water because I'm already like hyper. So I'm waiting on my straightener to heat up, and we're going to get this hair straightened. I'm probably not going to have you... I'm not going to do that to you, have you watch my whole... Look at it, though. Oh, it's beautiful, but it's thick, but it's good. But I'm not going to, like, have you, I'm not going to do that to y'all, have y'all watch my whole hair straightening process, because that's boring. But I do think I have some interesting things to talk about. So, you guys, so the other night, most of the time when I film my videos, it's in the mornings. It's when the kids are at school, my husband's at work. Because, you know, I just have more freedom, and it's like, whatever. But every now and then, I do film videos at night, like after they go to bed, if I still have the energy. So that was my plan. In my last video, I showed a huge haul of what my husband got me for our anniversary. And I had a plan to film that, get my ring light out and film it and everything like that. But I was watching my friends' YouTube videos and just watching videos, and I'm using this Aussie Total Miracle heat protecting spray. And so, lose my train of thought. So anyway, I was watching that, and then something was recommended to me, and it was a survivor story about 9/11. It was this man, and he was in a classroom. It was like a 5-year-old video. It was like from 5 years ago. But he had been in the Twin Towers when the plane was hit, and he was a survivor, and he was telling his story. And it was heartbreaking, but it was also like uplifting because, you know, he survived. But I kind of started after, and I have never, when 9/11 happened, I was at home actually with my mom, and I was in another room, and she already had the news on, and she said, Tiffany, you better come watch this. You better come in here. And I knew it was something big, because my mom really doesn't, you know, say much for the news stuff. But anyway, actually, and believe it or not, in 2001, June of 2001 is when I met my husband online. So, and that was also the same year I graduated high school. So it was it was a big year for, not just for everybody, I mean, for me, for everybody, and a heartbreaking year. And so anyway, I watched this guy's video. To make this, to shorten the story, I didn't end up filming my video that day. I filmed it the next morning because I went on a binge of watching just 9/11 stuff and like survivors and some really actually depressing stuff. Believe me, if you want to get depressed really fast, go watch 9/11 stuff on 9/11. I watched a cop talk about his experience. No, I was a firefighter. Anyway, I mean, I was just like so fascinated, and I was just binge watching it. It was really, really sad. It was kind of uplifting, I mean, to hear survivors. One guy's story was really good, and I will try to link it down in my comments or in my description box. So do look there, because I do link stuff sometimes. And he actually kind of told his story where he was on, I forgot which floor. I cannot do two things at once. I cannot talk and straighten hair or do makeup. That's why I've stopped doing get ready with me's, because I need to just have chatty videos, if you know what I mean. So anyway, the one guy told his story, and he kind of described it as before 9/11 started, he was not a good person at all. He was all about the money. He was all about work. I think I should wear a glove. And he was like his kids would ask him, would you come to my game? I have a game tonight, or some school activity after school. And he'd always say, no, I gotta work. He always put work first. And so him surviving 9/11 and being in such a terrible state made him reevaluate how he was living his life and how he wasn't like spending as much time with his kids or his wife. And it actually, not to say 9/11 was a good thing, because it was horrible, but in this man's situation, it helped him turn around, like kind of God gave him a second chance. And I will try to link it. It's a really incredible story. I mean, there's a lot of survivor stories from 9/11, but his story it really hit me, and it really, it can really impact you. It really can. Because he just changed his ways. Like, he pretty much said he was not a good person. He was not nice before. He was just, all about the money, all about work. And after 9/11 happened, it really changed him. And now he goes around all over the world speaking. And so that was pretty inspiring and uplifting. But for the most part, if you watch a lot of the 9/11 stuff, you're going to get depressed. So I don't do what I did. Don't go on a binge fest of 9/11. because I ended up not filming my video for myself. I ended up, but maybe I needed to know something from that experience. But one problem I do have, I am a Christian. I speak openly that I'm a Christian on my channel. But I don't discriminate against other religions, you know, if you're Muslim or Buddhist or whatever. Actually, my husband is not a Christian, which does make the dynamics of our marriage hard. I will say that. But, I mean, so I'm saying I don't discriminate. So whatever religion you are, you're welcome to my channel. I just do speak openly about my faith because I really just feel like it helps me. Yeah, it helps me. But one thing let me put a pause on straightening because I cannot straighten and talk too, okay? My brain cells aren't active. Okay, let me try a little bit. See, so this is the natural. See how wavy and kinky my hair is? So I have to go over and over it. Yeah. The only problem I have with some of the survivor stories are kind of like what that guy was saying was like, and maybe I was taking it wrong or something, but he's like, they would say like, well, God saved me. And yes, God did save you because I do believe God has a plan for every single person. You know, I mean, I don't think accidents happen when somebody tells me that a death was an accident. I don't really believe that because I do feel like everybody has a certain time here on earth, you know. I mean, I think it's terrible that people get murdered and stuff like that. I mean, obviously these people got murdered and it was totally awful and wrong, but he said that God saved him and stuff, and maybe he was giving that guy a second chance, and I guess I just have a problem sometimes when people say, well, I'm blessed, I'm very blessed. Well, actually, everybody is blessed in their own way, if you think about it, okay? I just have a problem with that, because everybody's blessed in their own way. It's like, I feel like you're saying your life is more than someone else's, which I know that's not what he's saying. But, I mean, it's just terrible because some of the stories I read, like, and I know 9/11's passed. This is October 1st. When I didn't even on 9/11 watch 9/11 stuff. I didn't, to be honest. I watched it just the other day. And it's just horrible what some of these people had to endure, and some people were even jumping from the building and just committing suicide, and they were burning alive and having severe burns, and it's really horrible what tragedy. I mean, such horrific things that they go through, such horrific things. Nobody deserves that. And I feel for everybody that suffered, and even like these survivors, these people that did survive, they're always going to have like maybe PTSD or, you know, some kind of, it's going to affect their lives, you know. And the only thing that I can think that can help you with that is having a good faith. And I mean, it's always with you. And it's just, you know, like the guy said, well, God saved me that day. I mean, God didn't save everybody because I guess there were a lot of people, and I'm not sure all those people went to heaven or to hell, but he just didn't save everybody. I mean, I'm not saying bad about God. What I'm saying is that guy said he still had a purpose, and maybe his purpose was to be a speaker and get people to live their lives a little better and not be like him, not be all about the money and a money-grubbing person. So anyway, what I'm trying to get my point across is the whole 9/11 stuff was just terrible. I had to finally put the phone down. I did this for the last 2 nights. I didn't just do it one night. I did the last 2 nights. I kept watching 9/11 stuff. I'd go back and watch there's stuff all over YouTube about survivor stuff, and then they'll replay stuff, and then they'll talk to people that lost a husband or lost a wife, and they called them, or even the people that were on the planes, and they said they knew that they weren't going to live, and they told, they were calling to make, you know, to say their last goodbye. And it was just like, so freaking heartbreaking. So all this stuff about death and stuff obviously makes me think of my mom, and I really hope people don't get tired of me talking about my mom. I just can't, because she was honestly like my left arm. My world pretty much really did revolve around my mom. I mean, we didn't have a perfect relationship, but we were really close. And so it made me think about death and loss again with hearing all this stuff about 9/11. See how long it takes me? We are 12 minutes in, you guys. So I kind of want to talk a little bit about my mom's death and stuff. It was almost 2 years. In this coming December, it'll be 2 years. So when I heard all those stories about 9/11, and you kind of knew where people were at the time, or they were saying where they were when they got the terrible news that they had lost somebody, or most of these people knew that they had somebody they knew in the Twin Towers. So the day I found out my mom passed away, I was actually shopping at a store. And I mentioned this in one of my videos. If you want to go back, I'm pretty sure it was on this channel, because I had another channel for a while. But anyway, I'm going to mention it again because I have some new followers here. But I was actually shopping at Target that morning. I was at Target. And it was in 2019, and I was doing Vlogmas. And I was feeling happy because my channel was growing, and I was just having fun doing Vlogmas. I really love YouTube. But I also felt some guilt because I put a lot of myself into YouTube, and I kind of feel like I should have done more with my family. But anyway, so that day I was at Target, and I was actually like in an extremely good mood that day. I mean, I was just happy. I was singing in the car to work, not to work. I was singing in the car on the way to Target. I was just happy. I was jamming. All my good songs were playing. I walked into Target, and I was kind of vlogging in there, filming. And, my husband another reason I was there, my husband had given me a gift card. It was an early Christmas present. He had given me a gift card to go to Target. I think it was like a $50. That's what he gave me. So I had been in there like 10 minutes, and then my phone started to ring. And I got, and it was a local number. It was an 806 number from here. But usually I don't pick up numbers if I don't know the number. I don't pick it up because a lot of it's scam, or it's a scam or something like that. So I don't pick up numbers. But I had a feeling, and and another thing is, like, I don't always save. I thought it might be my brother. For some reason, I had a feeling it might be my brother, even though, like, you would think it would say Ryan. You know, his name would pop up. But for some reason, he had, like, 2 phones. So, for some reason, I just had a feeling I should pick it up. So, I picked it up. I was by the kind of, just to give you a visual, I had my cart, my basket. I was by the makeup. And, I said, hello, and my brother said, Tiffany, he said, I went to go check on Mom this morning, and he said, she doesn't, he just kind of said it, he just had to say it. He just had to come out and say it, and he said, she doesn't have a pulse. He didn't say, like, oh, she's dead, she passed. He said, that was his words. He said, I just went to check on Mom, and she doesn't have a pulse. And I'm pretty sure I was silent for a few seconds, and I immediately asked him, I said, did you call 911? And he said, yes. And I hung up. I didn't like connect the dots. Like, I knew it was a terrible thing. Obviously, someone doesn't have a pulse. But I didn't know, like, how long she hadn't had a pulse. I didn't know if, like, honestly, I'm not a medical person at all. I didn't know how long, like, she had been down, or because he found her, unfortunately, on the floor. And I just didn't know. I didn't know the situation. I knew it was terrible, and I ran. I left my basket there. Obviously, I ran out of Target. This girl, I was almost to my car, and I had parked very far. And this girl, young girl, like maybe 19, 20, she said, she could tell I was distraught, and she said, can I help you with anything? Do you need help? She can tell I needed help. And I was like, I just was like, I wasn't crying, but I was like upset. Like, I was just like, I can't even explain it. I can't even explain it. And I just said, my brother called and said my mom's not breathing. That's what I told the girl. And she said, I'm sorry, I'll pray for you. And then I got my car, and the thing about it was, the Target that I went to, there's 2 Targets in my city. the Target that I went to was the furthest Target from my mom's house. It was very far away. So it took forever to get to my mom's house. And then on the way there, I called my sister. And I didn't tell her mom had passed yet because I didn't know. I mean, obviously my brother tells me someone doesn't have a pulse, but I still didn't I didn't actually hear those words that mom passed away yet. So anyway, about 10 minutes later, when I was in the car, like I said, it was a long drive. This Target was very far away. I called my brother and I just said, "Is mom okay?" I was hoping that maybe they had resuscitated her, or I'm not sure if that's the right word, but I was hoping they had brought her back. I was really hoping that everything was okay. And I said, "Ryan," I said, "is mom okay?" And he said, "Tiffany, she passed away." That's when I knew, when he said those words. But it was really, obviously traumatic. I knew my mom's health wasn't good. She had battled breast cancer, and she had survived the breast cancer, but the effects of the breast cancer and what it did to her heart just, and it was just crazy because like 3 days before that, we had gotten our nails done for Christmas together. That was my Christmas present. We got our nails done. And it was just... So anyway, the 9/11 stuff made me think of that. And when I lost my mom, I was in a state of shock, obviously. Even though I saw her there, I saw her body, I was just like, because I always took her to the hospital before, and she always made it. She always got better. She was always just got better. And this time she wasn't getting better. That obviously was the worst Christmas ever. It was like, is this really happening to me? Like, you can't really fathom that. Like, when someone's like the main part of your life, I'd say more important, well, I'm not going to say more important than to certain people, but I mean, my mom was pretty damn important, obviously. So I actually didn't cry that day. I didn't cry I was in shock. I was really in a state of shock. I didn't cry until the next morning when I was posting about it on Facebook. And when I wrote the words and I read what I was typing, that my mom had actually passed away, that's when I just kind of like I started to cry about it. My husband held me, and so yeah, I don't mean for this to be a depressing video. Me watching all that 9/11 stuff really got me thinking about, someone I had lost. So that was that. I'm gonna finish straightening my hair, and then I'm gonna talk a little bit more. We're gonna go on to a more cheerful subject. Okay, so I'm gonna keep talking. So obviously, well, in my circumstance, I didn't like Target very much after that. I know a lot of people love Target, but that's where I found out the most horrible news I could ever receive. So I kind of had some superstition about it, and I didn't want to go back to that Target for a while. I didn't. I can't remember if it was 4 or 6 months. I even thought in the beginning, like, I don't ever want to go back there. And, like, I actually drive past that Target every day because that Target is right by my husband's work, his new job. So, oh yeah, just to show you the difference I know it still looks kind of wavy. I need to keep, but look at this, the straight compared to this. Isn't that crazy? That is like such a difference. My husband's texting me saying he wish he could be in bed because the weather's kind of like overcast, and it does suck. He works a lot, like he can't. That's why I hope I can make it on YouTube and he could quit his job. Yeah, dreams. But anyway, So I didn't want to go back to Target, obviously, for a long time, especially that Target. But I did go back after 4 or 6 months. And like I said, my husband, he's telling me to bring his stuff. He gets paid today. Okay, it's payday. Um, I finally did go. So like I said, my husband works near there. So I drive past that Target every day. It's in a big shopping center. And it's just like every time I pass by there, it's just like, I'm actually may go back into that Target this weekend because my sister's coming. She's coming to visit, and so is my brother. And she's vegan. My sister's vegan, and she eats. Obviously, she's a vegan, so she only eats certain things. And I asked her. Well, I pretty much knew this, but I wanted to make sure. I said, "Do you try to only use vegan paste? Vegan?" I asked her, "Do you only use vegan-based products such as like sprays and soap, body wash, all that kind of stuff?" And she said yes. So I was at this Target the other day and I saw these vegan candles, and it's like pumpkin. It smells so good. And I think I'm gonna get her a pumpkin vegan candle from Target. But I feel really good when I'm with my sister. I feel like my mom's happy when I'm with my sister or my brother, obviously, because we're her kids, we're her babies. So I feel like it's kind of like I'm with my mom again in a way, because we're all her kids are together. So driving into another subject, and I don't want people to feel sorry for me. I really don't by me chatting. I'm just telling you, I'm just sharing with you, okay? I'm just sharing my heart. So I ended up watching a bunch of 9/11 stuff the other day. Got me thinking about death and some horrible things, and obviously got me started to thinking about my mom and how she passed. Because obviously when you hear about people losing loved ones, you tend to think of how you've lost somebody and how you'll never be the same after you lost them. I never really dealt with depression or anxiety. I did have anxiety before she passed away, that's true. But I never had depression before that happened. I never really had, like, I would get depressed, but I would never have suicidal thoughts. And actually, I'm just trying to share my story with y'all. The only time I can say I've ever really been suicidal in my life was the Christmas Eve of 2019. That's the closest I ever got to killing myself. It was horrible. It was just a horrible. I mean, that was just a few days after my mom passed. My mom passed away December 19th, right before Christmas. So, that night, it was just horrible. I'm not going to talk about all the stuff that went on, but there were some knives in the kitchen, and I thought about it. I really thought about it, but the one thing that stopped me at that point from killing myself was my kids, my girls. So that's why I say that if you don't see me like crying and upset in this video, believe me, I cry a lot off camera, and I'm not trying to bring that to my YouTube channel. There's nothing wrong with crying, but I do a lot of it, so I guess that's why I'm talking just as matter-of-factly right now about everything, because I'm just telling my story. But that is the only time really in my life I got closest to killing myself. I was on the kitchen floor crying, missing my mom. I really didn't want to go on in this life, honestly, without my mom. I really didn't. But, I mean, I'll always grieve, but I just have to say that time is the best. All I gotta say is time is the best healer. Time is the best healer when it comes to grief, which you're never going to be totally healed from losing somebody, but that is the best healer. And also, I've got to say, in this past year, I think the past year and a half, I really found a good YouTube community. And what I mean by YouTube community was like other content creators that are actually true, genuine friends that will check on me and I check on them, and we support each other, we encourage each other. So that has helped me, even though my husband says that YouTube friends aren't real friends. You guys are. Y'all are real friends. I really know that. I really believe that. You are. He needs to see that. Maybe I need to, I don't know. But y'all are real friends. And I don't take y'all for granted. My YouTube friends, or even anybody subscribed to my channel. And another thing that really helps with grief also that I've found lately was, like, and I mentioned this in my last video, was me getting back into church and going to church more regularly. My husband actually suggested that because I hadn't been to church in a few months, and he's like, you need to get back into the church. And he's not a Christian himself, but he knew that would help me. And like I said, I'm wanting to get more involved in the church. Penelope's been talking about getting baptized. So a lot of stuff are going on. And actually, my dad's wife, I guess technically she's my stepmom. I gotta get used to saying that. They've been married like 2 years now, but I don't know. She actually lost her mother this past year too. So, and she goes to a grief class. She goes to a grief class, and it really helps her. And they meet on Wednesday nights, and I'm thinking about going with her, because I think I just need to talk to other people that have been through that. And if you haven't lost a parent, I'm very happy for you. I really am. Try to spend as much time you can with them as possible. To be there, answer their phone calls. Answer their phone calls as much as you can. And stuff like that. So, I think that this may be an hour-long video. See how much I needed to chat? I actually think of talking to y'all when I'm driving a lot. Like, I'm driving places to get my husband and stuff. But I don't have one of those car mounts to put my phone while I'm driving, to put my phone up. I bought one yesterday. My husband bought me one at Walmart. It's not technically a car mount. It's something you clip on and it kind of holds your phone. So I'm going to try that out, because there's a lot of times I'm in the car and I think about that I just want to pour my heart out to y'all. Because if I tell my story, maybe I'm helping somebody else. I don't know, or I just feel like maybe I'm helping somebody else. Because I know that I am not the only one that struggles with mental health. There are a lot of people out there that are struggling, and mental health is real. So, okay, I just checked on this video and how long it is already. It's already like 30 minutes that I've been talking. And I know not everybody likes a chatty video. I can totally understand. I really understand, because there's only certain people like me personally that I'll really sit and listen to, because I do have ADHD. So if you're still listening to me, I think that that's wonderful. I don't know. Should I stop here, or should I make another vlog and do 2 vlogs in one day? I'm just going over some pieces. This stuff smells so good. So, this video was not, it was supposed to be a day of my life, and it turned into me chatting about death and grief. But, I just want y'all to know that you are not alone. God loves you. He made you for a purpose. Sometimes it takes us a while to figure out what that is. You know what I mean. I don't know if I should keep going on or make a whole different video. I don't know. Should we have a really long video? Let's go over some strands of hair. I'm going to do makeup too. So it is now like 9 o'clock. I started this video when it was 8. So see, if I wasn't talking, I'd probably have my hair more straightened, because I'd be more concentrated. But, yeah, that's Tiffany. So I know that I will see my mom again one day. I know it won't be the same as it was here on Earth, but I know. I will see her. I'm living in her house, by the way. I don't know if y'all know that, for new people here. and she passed away actually in her room, her bedroom, and I don't think it's haunted or anything. I mean, my mom's a good spirit, but I cannot. That's part of the reason I sleep with my girls in their room, because I don't like to sleep alone. If my husband was here, when he's here, on the one night he's off, I do sleep with him, obviously, of course, but I don't like to be alone, so I sleep with my girls. But for two reasons. For one, I don't like to be alone. And number two, their bed's actually really comfortable, their bunk bed. Not to say my bed's not comfortable, because I don't want to say it's not comfortable, because it is. And my husband spent a lot of money on that mattress at Big Lots. But yeah. So anyway. I don't know what I should do. Okay, guys, so I'm just finishing my hair now, and I think the best thing for me to do, because I have so much on my heart, like I'm not just sharing 9/11 and where I was when my mom passed away. I wanted to talk about more stuff. I have so much to say. I think that's why I need a therapist, because I'm sharing. I don't know. Yeah, just need help. Everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs someone they can call and stuff like that. And I have some really good friends I met, like amazing friends I met through YouTube. So anyway, I am going to leave this as a to be continued. I will continue vlogging throughout my day, but I'm going to leave this video here. Since it's so long, I'll probably upload this video on Saturday, and then I'll upload the second half of this on my regular timing on Tuesday, and then Thursday, those are my normal times for my videos to go up. But I have so much on my heart to say that is just not enough to get in one video. I could make this an hour-long video, but I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, so I'll see y'all in the next video, and I'm going to leave off on the same day. You'll still see me on the same day. Me and my husband, I'm going to finish doing my hair now, do my makeup, and I'll be in the car chatting to y'all. And me and my husband are going to Walmart after I pick him up, because he gets paid today, and it is colder today. It's not cold, but to me, honestly, it feels good. 67 degrees feels good, but for him, anyway, we're going to get like a little bit more winter clothes. I don't need anything. Y'all saw I got a bunch of stuff. Tiffany does not. I don't need or want for anything. But I'm going to get my kids some winter clothes. They have a few long sleeve stuff already, but I'm just going to make sure that they're good. They're good for the upcoming winter. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye, guys.